Well, hello, farming friends, and welcome back to another edition of Farming Simulator 2015 with me, your old buddy, Mistermoose. And today, we are back on my big country for a mod showcase. And in front of me are those beautiful greenhouses I've been telling you about from T2K Modding. Yes, I finally have cleared out the old and put in the new. These are replacing the stock greenhouses that we had here. And lowers our daily maintenance costs, and we still get these great vegetables that we can take and sell. So why do I like these greenhouses so much? Well, number one, the maintenance cost on them is zero, and number two, I actually have to come and pick up the fruit, which is right here, the cucumbers, and take them and sell them. I don't like the little plop instant income things where you plop them down and you get money every hour as long as you keep a little manure and a little water in them. So I like the fact that I actually have to come harvest the fruit and take it to go get my money. Also, you have to put fertilizer in this one, so it's a little bit more that you have to do. You've got to have your manure, fertilizer, and water to do this. Now, speaking of water, it does run on regular water. You don't have to use the spring water for these like you did the strawberries from Rosenthaler. These are from T2K. They do not use spring water. They use fresh water. So that's a good thing for you. So let's check these guys out in the old store, and I'll show them to you and what you get in the pack. Now, you're going to download these from the link in the show notes from T2K Modding. And basically they'll show up under your placeables, and you're going to scroll through till you find them, and I'm going to find them on mine at the very end here. There they are. So T2K Modding, blogspot.com, here they are. 3 greenhouses, 4 cucumber and tomato, paprika and red pepper greenhouses for you. So those are the ones that we're going to be harvesting. And then also in the pack, you're going to get this little kiosk where you can sell your fruits, which we don't use. I use the downloadable bulk sell point from T2K Modding with Holly McHottie in there. That's the one I use pretty much all the time. And you know, I've got it plop down in the front of my farm. We'll see that in just a little bit. But those are the greenhouses that come in it, and then you also get a swappable frame set trailer to go ahead and pick that up. That is located under your tippers section, and just show you that it's this one right here that will pick up your fruits for you, so you can get those. You could also use, if you've gotten this particular one with the brewery mod, you could actually use it as well. But I typically just use this little small frame set here. I just usually I'll buy like 3 or 4 of them and place them right there and let them just fill up, and then just go pick them up when they're full. Or you can just use one and make several trips back and forth for it. You will need to either put that on the back of a truck, like a man frame set, something like that, or you'll need to put it onto a little dolly and haul it off like that. We'll be using the dolly today. But that's the frame set you get. $5,500, $20 maintenance a day. The greenhouses are $2,500 to plop them, and then they are 0 maintenance a day. So let's show you that real quick. I didn't show you that when we were doing that just a second ago. Come on, Mr. Mouse, work for me. Make a living today. All right, so there it is, $2,500 a day, 0 maintenance costs, or $2,500 to plop, 0 maintenance costs. And as you'll see, you've got to use manure, fertilizer, and water, and you get out the tomatoes, the peppers again, and cucumbers. So that's it. That's what you got there. So pretty cool, right? So we're going to check this out today, and what we'll do is we'll harvest our fruits, we'll take them and sell those, and then I will show you just filling up the manure and water and fertilizer for that. So yeah, just a swappable trailer frame set that you grab onto, and then you just pull over here next to the fruit. It's going to load it up for you like so. Yeah, so I'll just pull over here and it just starts filling up my trailer, stacking those up for me. And once they're full, I can go ahead and take my, I gotta watch that, make sure I get all of them. Again, don't go by the animation, go by the actual numbers in your help screen. So make sure you see what you've got. And now we've got our paprika peppers. We're gonna take those and head on over to the sell point that is over here near the street and just sell those off. And again, they sell per hour, but you know, in a 24-hour session you're gonna get 2,000 peppers, and then you'll just keep on going, and the manure will keep you about 5-6 days, so you can just go ahead and load it up and let it run and just keep pulling your fruit out of there and keep an eye on your water and levels. And then I just come back over here as always, back into my sell point till I get the trigger. There it is, and it'll go ahead and put all my peppers in there. It takes all of them, and I can go back and harvest the rest of them. And it's just like that. Now look, I could go through and harvest all 4 greenhouses and put them in there for you, but that would make this video longer than you want to watch. So we'll just get back over here and we'll go through the process of filling up one of the greenhouses, and I'll show you that for them. Now you could go ahead also, and if you had a, let's say, a bunch of greenhouses set up, because you're just into greenhouses that much and you love to use them, if you needed to, you could actually store this in the Rosenthaler greenhouses. So, or excuse me, not Rosenthaler greenhouses, but in the Rosenthaler warehouses that I have set up. If I had an excess of this and I needed to get rid of some of it, I could actually place it in there. So just keep that in mind. If you have like several greenhouses set up and you have more than you can sell every hour, well, you could go ahead and take that into account. You can store it in there. So yeah, you got a little manure that you got to come over here and dump, which is no big deal. We all know how to dump manure in. We hit the trigger point, unload, fill it up, get all our manure in there, and as you can see, it takes 1,500 liters to get that manure completely full and keep it running. And you know, I didn't fill these completely up when I started, but I still have, you know, about 50% left in there. I think I can't remember how much I put in. I didn't put much at all in, so in all honesty, I can't tell you how much it used in the 24 hours that I had them set up, but it wasn't much. And you know, there's not a ton of maintenance that you have to do on these. If you want to hit them every day and top them off, that's your prerogative. It depends on how you like to do your farming. I like to do a little bit every day. You know, come over here, hit my greenhouses, collect my fruits and everything, and while I'm over here, just look at the numbers and, you know, maybe top them off. It's part of my routine that I do on the AM cycle of each of these, is to go ahead and do that. And you know, I get my fruit trees, get my fruits and vegetables done, and then I go check out my livestock, make sure they're good, and if everything's hunky-dory, then I can go on out and work on whatever other project I have. And that's kind of the way it goes. So we got the manure in there, and we're going to use our water trailer here. I'm using the modded water trailer for water and milk. You can use whatever trailer you use to haul just regular water out of the well, or wherever, out of the lake, or whatever you use to fill up with water. And I'll just back up a hook onto it, and we'll tow it over here real quick, put a little bit of water into our system, which I don't need that much of, but it'll get right here to where my water trigger is. And we'll get that set up. Come on, hit the trigger. Why am I not hitting that water trigger? Huh. I wonder why it's not hitting the water trigger. Well, let's try the next one. See if I get it better. Just pulling straight up on it. I wonder why I'm missing this. Well, isn't it like a mod to make me look like a fool? Oh, well, I'm an idiot. It dumps automatically. I wasn't even looking at the numbers over there on the side. All you got to do is hit the trigger. I forget about that on this one. You just got to get to the trigger. I've tested out so many mods, I forget how all of them work. On these, you just have to roll over the water trigger, and it will automatically start filling. I was sitting up here watching in the help for the trigger icon and wasn't even noticing it was filling up with water. If you just look down here on the right hand side where my vehicle is, you'll see that all of a sudden it just starts pouring water out. So it's actually filling up and the water's filling up. I should have known that. Should have watched that. But yeah, so that's filling up. Ding-a-ling me. That's what I get for not really paying attention to what I'm doing. I set these up like a couple of days ago and have been not back on this map and not doing this. So I kind of forgot a little bit of stuff I was doing. But anyway, so yeah, just drive over the trigger point. And the same's going to go for the fertilizer as well. You don't actually have to tell it to fertilize. You just have to bring the fertilizer over. Now, as far as the fertilizer goes, I've looked for several different mods out there to actually put the fertilizer into these. I have, it took me a while to find a trailer that actually would dump fertilizer in. There's a couple of options I will tell you right off the bat. First of all, it's a little hokey, but it works. If you get the in-game fertilizer spreader that you either tow behind or hooks to the back of the tractor, you can just fill that up and use that to put your fertilizer in. It's not realistic, but it will work. So that's an option for you, and it doesn't cost you any money because you probably already have one of those that you use to fill up your fields. So that is an option. The other option I have found, because I tried to do the fertilizer with like some of these maintenance carts that you find that are fertilizer, sell trigger points, and they don't really have to fill them up or anything else like that. They don't work on this. I have not been able to get any of those to work. But I did find this nifty trailer. This is called the Eager Beaver trailer. It has two different versions of this little trailer. One is for seeds and the other is for fertilizer. And it works perfect for me. You take the empty trailer over to your fertilizer area, fill it up with fertilizer, and then as I come over here and I drive over, you'll see my fertilizer numbers went up to 500 liters and filled me all the way up. So this is the unit that I've been using to fill these up, and it works great. And it's also really good to work. It works you know, for taking it out to the field and filling up your fertilizing unit as well. It holds about I think it holds 12,000 liters of fertilizer to begin with. Must have been more than that. Must have been about 14,000 because yeah, anyways. But really nifty little unit. It works good. The seed version can actually be a utility trailer for you because it doesn't put the seed on the and pallets onto the trailer until you actually refill it with seed. Whereas this particular model, the fertilizing unit, it comes with the fertilizing containers already on it. So you would have to actually, I bet it was just 12,000 liters. Because these are only about 7% down, so it probably was about 12,000 liters. That's me being a ding-a-ling and not writing these numbers down, but we can always check them in the store to verify, and we'll do that in just a moment. But yeah, it's the Eager Beaver trailer, and I'll put a link to that also in the show notes if you want to get that, because it is a cool little option to get. You can get it as well as the seed version in the pack together, and then you've got both of them. So there you go. That's it. That's all you got to do to get those to run, and then give it 24 hours, and you'll collect out your vegetables just like I did with our frame set. Let's jump in the store real quick. I'll show you that Eager Beaver trailer if you want to see that. Again, it's in the mod section. One of them is going to be under sewing machines, and the other one is going to be under sprayers for you. And I'll just pull both of them up real quick so you can see. They come together in the pack. You only download one file. You got your seed trailer right here for 25,000, and it holds 12,000 liters. It's $150 a day. Well, that's the fertilizer numbers, but the seed version is 15,000 liters, $150 a day. So, but two different versions for you there, and they're pretty straightforward to use. You just go load them up, use your button to load them up, and then you go set them in the field, and it calls it overloading, as an overloader, and that way you can fill up either your seeder or your fertilizer sprayer or whatever you're using. And you can use that also with these to greenhouses, so you can fill them up with fertilizer so you can get your fruits and your vegetables. And like I said, you're going to get 2,000 units out of them is what I get for mine. We'll go over here and collect another unit up real quick, and you might get a little bit better yield out of certain things like cucumbers. I've never done a full harvest on these. I've messed around with them a bit, so we'll pull the cucumbers up and see what we get. And it's 2,000 units. So yeah, 2,000 units is what you're going to get on both of these. Tomatoes say 2,500, but they also say they're not completely done. But I did put these in and gave them 24 hours. So yeah, you can just haul these, like I said, to a sell point, or if you've got the Rosenthaler warehouses, you can take them over there and pop them in there, and they'll actually show up in there. So let's go into this Rosenthaler warehouse, and remember there's two sets of warehouses. One is for certain fruits and vegetables, and the other one is for the others. Cucumbers aren't accepted in this one. I think this one over here has the cucumbers, tomatoes, and pears. Can't store the peppers in here though. That's the bummer of the deal. But take them in there, and I hit my unload button, and it unloads my cucumbers in there for storage. So that's it. That's the mod for you today. And again, it is the greenhouses from T2K Modding. The link is going to be in the show notes below, so you can check that out. Those guys do a great job with all their mods. Check out their blogspot. I'll just give you the link to their website so you can check out everything they got going on. They got some great water pumps over there for free water that you ought to check out as well. So anyways, check them out. Hope you guys enjoyed this mod selection. They are really cool. I like them a lot. I hope you'll find them useful for your farm as well. I'm Mr. Moose. It's our mod showcase for today. More great videos are on the way. I do a new one every day, so if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Like this particular video if you enjoyed it, so I know you did. And come on back tomorrow for another farm sim video, as like I said, do them every day for you. Until then, stay safe, have a great day, and I will see you real soon. Bye-bye. Hey, thanks again for watching this video, and if you made it all the way to the end, well, maybe you liked it. So give me a big old thumbs up. That like goes a long way. Also, subscribe to this channel. I will update the videos every single day, so there'll always be something new for you to see. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you'll come back again tomorrow. Thanks for your support.